I had the privilege of leading a church planting team from Central America to Albania. And it was just great to see how God worked. Back in the early 90s when Eastern Europe opened up, God really placed a burden on our hearts for Eastern Europe and all that was happening there, the great opportunities. At the same time, we'd been involved in the missions movement in Central America, where I grew up and was pastoring. And our church decided that God wanted us to do something in Eastern Europe. In '94, we were able to do an exploratory trip with another church, a church from Guatemala that was praying along the same lines as we were. And as a result of that, God led us clearly to focus on Albania. And so we invited two other churches that we felt had a similar vision or had something to contribute because of their experience in missions, because of people they had available. And one of the key factors was that before going to Albania, they asked us to stay in Central America, and we invested a year and a half in meeting together regularly with these, it was at the beginning, 3 churches, and working on the details of how this partnership would work. How in the world could local churches from Central America in the mid-90s possibly do anything in Eastern Europe? It seemed like it was impossible, but because we took the time to build the partnership, to think through issues, to try to determine what could go wrong and put down the bases together. When we got to Albania with our team from Central America, again, we were coming from countries with limited resources. We had a lot of energy, a lot of heart, a lot of passion, but not many resources. And the way God allowed us to do a lot of things there is working in partnership. We had other missionaries that were there with other organizations to partner with us in our church planting effort. We saw clearly that we needed, as a means of showing our testimony, not speaking it, we needed to do community development work, to be involved with the community and show God's love in tangible ways. But again, we had no budget for that. But by partners that gave us expertise, that taught us to write proposals, to design projects, God brought a lot of partners along, a lot of Christian organizations in Europe and in the U.S. that partnered with us, and we were able to do a lot in the community in helping them open roads that needed to be opened, in helping community groups get started, working with the public school. But it would have been impossible, just as churches from Central America. We simply didn't have the resources to do that. But by the training we received, by these organizations doing things with us, by personnel volunteering their time, and by donations to our projects and ideas and our strategic plan, we were able to do a lot that really opened the doors and is a key part of our testimony in Albania. By God's grace, here we are almost 18 years later, and the partnership is still going strong. I think one of the key reasons for success is because of the commitment of the local churches, how the leadership of each local church, even where there's been a change in leadership over the years, the key leadership of the local church, not just someone that it was delegated to like a missions committee, but the leadership of the church as a church was committed, and that commitment has kept them faithful to the task.